this program.
It is now that part of the program when we shall
Unbox, 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 unbox.
What's inside the box?
Peace, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Unbox Something here on the Brick Something channel. So in the last episode, I actually unboxed Berenice here, but as I mentioned in that, she actually wasn't the very first toy that I had from this line. Back in November, I unboxed Ambillus here, and he was my very first experience with Xesray's work, and as you're about to see, I was pretty blown away. And it felt kind of weird to not have his unboxing on the channel. I actually filmed this way back before I had a 2-camera setup, so you'll probably notice that all you're looking at is the toy. Cool, let's check out the unboxing. All right, today we got a package from 5K Toys. So let's open it up. 5K Toys is this awesome online site that has a bunch of cool imports that just really aren't available in other outlets, and they end up having these toys that are really amazing and kind of seem to pop out of nowhere from companies that many people don't know. So this is an older thing. I think it's like on its 4th wave maybe, or 3rd wave by now, from a group called Xesray Studios. But here you go, Combatants Fight for Glory. And this is Ambillus, aka Beetle. I was just really curious about this line. Again, Xesray or Xesray, or I'm not entirely sure. Combatants Fight for Glory is a line all about gladiators. First off, packaging, very awesome. It's like Mythic Legion style, collector-friendly packaging that sort of slips right off, and I love it. Right off the bat, you can see very similar to the packing of a Legion's figure, Mythic Legion's figure. We've got the cool shield and spear, and it looks like an extra arm. These are no joke. It's got kind of a, like, I don't know if it's a print or a paint. It's tough to tell. It almost looks like it's printed. Yeah, I think it is printed and wrapped. I don't know if you can kind of see. There's like a right there. There's some seams, like there's paper. It feels odd. It feels like it's a coated paper too, so who knows. But very cool nonetheless. Let's see what else we got. We've got this cool shield. This straight up reminds me of something out of Clash of the Titans. Very cool. 4 different hands. A knife, dagger. Awesome helm. And the figure himself. Right off the bat, my response to this is, wow. You're looking solid. Look at that. The head on this guy is pretty damn good. That's a great sculpt. There's a lot of detail in that mug. Love the face. Like an older dude. Love it. Rugged. Very cool. And of course, all these amazing details on the rest of him are just amazing. Look at check out the feet. The wrapped feet are very cool. These things, these spikes, this is no joke. This is 15 and over because you don't want to be stupid. Man, these things hurt. I notice the plastic of his chest area doesn't quite match the tone of his abs, but I'm good with it. Overall, I'm pretty impressed right off the bat with how this figure looks. And you probably saw this. Great, sort of that soft rubber helm. Drop it on, boom. So he's got 2 hands on him, and then comes with 4 additional hands that you see down here. You've got his, I want to play some piano hands. You've got some, I want to punch you Superman hands. You got the shield I showed earlier. The knife, arm, helm, spear. So head's on a ball joint. It's got some good flexibility. Up, down. Obviously his hair gets in the way, but it's a softer plastic. And does kind of, they molded it in a way so that he can look up. And it stops there, which is pretty good. Can't really turn his head past here because his armor's in the way, but he can do that. Of course, I'm assuming all this is removable. Yep. Back peg hole there, just like a Legion's, except this isn't in the body, it's actually on the belt strap thing. That looks really great. Great crunch here. You get a little bit of a gap if you go too far, but still pretty cool. He can be crucified, you know how Romans do. No butterfly joint, but a pretty flexible thing. You can see his kili. Here's armpit. Yeah, that's the most bend you're gonna get on his arm. No swivel arm battle grip for this guy, just at the wrist, which he's got a vertical hinge there so he can do the I have the power thing. This arm, the armored arm, that's pretty impressive. I'm a sucker for this sort of suddenly armored arm. It's like magic from New Mutants. No pegs. You've got a double knee joint that works mostly well. I mean, it's pretty good. He can't kick his own butt, but... And he can bend his ankle. Okay, very cool. Again, be careful of these. Whoo boy. That's what's going on down there. It's a solid figure. I dig it. The legs are interestingly feel kind of, not like a super squishy, but they definitely feel like a different plastic than the torso. Overall, very cool, and I love the look. Love the lack of shoes, actually. It's pretty cool, pretty unique. Let's get him ready to fight in his square horse stance, or maybe just 1 foot forward, one in the dust. No toe joint. Let's see if these NECA stands I use work. Nope, but I think I can use it just to kind of get him to balance a little bit. So let's just mess around with this guy. Let's do some playing. Just curious, want to play around with some of this stuff. So far I'm liking this figure a lot. He was $50 on 5K Toys. This was an experimental purchase. Ooh, that seems kind of tight. I probably shouldn't force it. I don't want to risk it. Overall, I'm more than impressed. To say I'm impressed is an understatement. This thing is really, really cool. He seems to run a little small, and I'll find out exactly when I put some figures next to him. But look at that. Look at the way that helmet fits. That's great. I'm really feeling that. Yeah, I'm really happy with this get. This is a cool little purchase. Combatants fight for glory. There you go. All right. Very cool. I'm intrigued to know that there's this cool line. They pop up every now and then. In fact, this was sold out, and then I just happened to notice that he was back in stock and grabbed one to try it out. I'm happy with him. What do you all think? Let's compare him to other lines. How would he stack up against a simian creature in the arena? Monkeyin. Yeah, you know, they scale pretty good. Definitely he's got more realistic proportions, so he's got a smaller head. Let's see how he'd stack up against a Mythic Legions. Yeah, they scale good. This works. Yeah, he's actually pretty tall. He just got a thinner head. Oh, so there you go. A couple different figures from other lines to kind of compare. And that's a really solid figure. Yeah, I definitely recommend this to folks. I think it's fantastic.
Excuse me, puny man.
There you go, my Masters of the Universe character core. I'm really impressed by this figure. The sculpting is great. Really love the way the muscles look, actually. Not crazy ginormous. All right, let's get him on a turntable. Let's just admire him. So Combatants fight for glory. Ambillus the Beetle, I am feeling you. I think you look amazing. Overall sculpt is great. That face sculpt I just think is amazing. I'm a sucker for a great face sculpt. Everything's really cool. Love this armor here. Love that belt. What a really cool toy line. I don't necessarily see myself collecting a bunch of different gladiators. Having one mixed into my weirdo shelf is pretty cool. But if you're into it, there's some great figures. I was trying to see if there were any figures with a little more melanin. None were in stock, but if I find them, I might grab one. The newest wave has female gladiators, women gladiators that look pretty badass. So I don't know, we'll see. But impressed by this guy. Right on 5K, you're impressing me again. I'm telling you, there are some amazing small companies from overseas showing us what's possible with toys, and I fully appreciate it. Once again, thank you for hanging out with me and checking out the videos here on Unbox Something. Please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. If you're looking for even more of a toy fix right now, see the link to the left to check out a fellow member of the Legion of Lesser Toy Tubers. Gracias por ver este video. Salamat sa inyong lahat. And as always, peace and power.